So if I read the late war, I could write the Book of Mormon. That's the kind of straw man that LDS apologists love to knock down, pretending that critics believe Joseph Smith copied one single book and called it a scripture. But the real argument is just far more nuanced and compelling. The Book of Mormon reflects not just one influence, but a tapestry of themes, ideas, and writings that surrounded Joseph in early 19th century America. It's not about one smoking gun here. It's about the cultural soup that he was swimming in. Look, Joseph Smith was the source of the Book of Mormon. You couldn't write it unless you were him. And that's because it reflects 100 different things from his environment and personal life, not because it came from a god. In this quick episode, I'm going to give you 11 cultural influences for the Book of Mormon in less than 5 minutes. Let's consider the following. Number 1, Thomas Dick's philosophy of the future state. This book taught that the universe is full of inhabited worlds governed by divine laws, concepts echoed in the Book of Abraham and in Doctrine and Covenants section 131. Joseph Smith owned this book, and he praised it in the church-owned publication Times and Seasons. Number 2, Emanuel Swedenborg's Heaven and Hell. It describes 3 degrees of glory, eternal marriage, and a highly structured afterlife. These ideas reappear in Doctrine and Covenants section 76, as well as later LDS teachings on the afterlife. Number 3, Ethan Smith's View of the Hebrews. This book proposed that Native Americans were descended from the lost tribes of Israel, featuring migrations from Jerusalem, epic wars, and sacred records. Joseph's close associate Oliver Cowdery's pastor was the one who wrote it. At number 4, how about Gilbert Hunt's The Late War, a pseudo-biblical history of the War of 1812, mimicking King James English and including similar phrasing, tone, and battle scenes as the Book of Mormon. It's not plagiarism, but it proves that scripture-sounding war narratives were common. Number 5, the first book of Napoleon. It also used faux King James Version language, starting chapters with, "And it came to pass," and invoking divine destiny for a chosen people. Again, showing that Joseph wasn't unique in adapting biblical ideas to modern themes. Number 6, Josiah Priest's Wonders of Nature and Providence. This book promoted the idea that Native Americans were descended from Old World peoples, a central premise in the Book of Mormon. And this book also ties into the then popular mound builder myth. Number 7, the Books of Enoch. Though not canonized into the Bible, they were summarized and circulated before 1830, telling of a visionary prophet who ascends to heaven and learns cosmic truths. Parallels to this book are found in Moses chapter 6 and 7 and the Book of Abraham's Kolob cosmology. At number 8, we've got the King James Bible and the Apocrypha. These are directly quoted in the Book of Mormon, including known King James Version translation errors. Stories from the Apocrypha also show up, further rooting the Book of Mormon in available sources of the day. At number 9, we've got the mound builder myth, the idea that Native Americans had overthrown a superior, white, and delightsome civilization. This was widely accepted and shows up plainly in Book of Mormon narrative structure. At number 8, I'm going to bring you the cultural stew. Joseph's world was alive with revivalism, religious excitement, racial myths, American exceptionalism, and esoteric ideas like Freemasonry, secret priesthoods, and millennialism. It's all fuel for the Mormon fire. And at number 11, the Adam Clarke's Commentary on the Bible. This was a widely used source that Joseph appears to have drawn from both in the Book of Mormon and the Joseph Smith translation of the Bible. Scholars from BYU, including Thomas Waymont and Haley Wilson Lemon, have found strong evidence of direct borrowing. So to get back to my original point, no, reading the late war by itself wouldn't equip you to write the Book of Mormon. But being surrounded by all of these influences, these books, myths, philosophies, and religious trends absolutely would. Once you step back and take a look at the full landscape, the Book of Mormon looks a lot less like a miraculous revelation and a lot more like a product of its time, shaped by a man who knew how to absorb, adapt, and then tell a powerful story.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.